Well, hello there, my friends. Welcome to another episode of the Sani to my Garbo with me, Basil, and you. And I have been listening to a ton of Girl in Red and Mother, and not just tonight in particular, but like in general. A whole bunch of Cave Town, like I mentioned last time. I think we're going to do another Cave Town cover for our intermission today. And Jack Straub. Damn it! I need to look up his name. Bo Burnham. I'm not a fan. I get what you're doing. And tonight is partially inspired by the fact that I read this article about the song Cigarette Ahegao, which I didn't know that Ahegao, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is essentially the facial emotion of pleasure in sex. And of course, it's specifically related to women, I guess. I don't know. But Cigarette Ahegao is a song by Penelope Scott from the album Public Void, which is fucking great. And it's the first track on the album. And I think I was just looking up what Ahegao was, and an album or a reaction to the song on Medium came up. Medium's super touch and go for me. Honestly, a little bit of hit and run. And I didn't read the full article because it just, everything on Medium goes on for so fucking long. It's just like, Jesus, just get to I'm on the internet. I'm probably on my phone. I don't want to fucking read so much of this. Can you please either get to the point or put it in an audio form, please? And I know that I'm just being whiny, and I kind of hope that I'm the minority in that, but I don't think I am. But I digress. It was talking about how it started with how Penelope Scott is informed by 100 gecs, who I'm aware of but I haven't listened to, and the idea of bad music being effective, and how Penelope Scott was informed by Bo Burnham. And I guess I don't really see that at all. Bo Burnham just seems like, I'm a funny white guy. Blech. Like, it doesn't come off as particularly like thoughtful. I feel like it's the same jokes that have been going around for a while. It's nothing super new. It's not really pushing it in any direction. I don't know. I can't totally put my finger on why I don't like Bo Burnham. I just don't like Bo Burnham. I don't think he's that funny. I don't think he's that clever. I don't think he's really doing anything. Penelope Scott, I think, is very fucking clever and hilarious and very musically talented. I think what she's doing with Glitch and Lo-Fi, on top of being a TikTok ukulele artist, is fascinating, and I greatly appreciate it. I think the article did not. I didn't listen to 100 gecs, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're glitchy. Maybe I should listen to them. Maybe I'll listen to them for the next section of this podcast. Regardless, and then it ended with how Penelope Scott was fucking art. And I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, like, yes, I agree, because she's very artful. I think her pronouns are she, her. I didn't see anything otherwise, but I hate to assume. I think that Penelope Scott seems like an absolute product of the times. She seems very timely and very not super timeless. I mean, her ukulele songs seem pretty timeless, because it seems like that anti-folk, that folk punk, that internet folk. But like the glitchcore and internet core that she's doing that seem like mildly reminiscent of like lo-fi glitch tracks and overly simplistic samples and drum tracks. I don't know. This person talked about how if you listened to it a whole bunch of times, you finally realized it was good and that it had all of these layers to it. I felt like it was pretty apparent initially. I don't think I'm necessarily any smarter than anyone. I don't think I'm more aware than anyone necessarily. But it made sense to me immediately, and maybe that's just where my head's at. But I don't think that it's capital A art. I don't see Penelope Scott as someone. I have problems with capital A art that we're not going to get into in this moment because it's not relevant. But I also don't see Penelope Scott as capital A art. I think that she is very authentic and genuine, uncomfortably authentic, and it's very nice when people aren't just sarcastic fucks like Bo Burnham. Anyway, and there's very little like metaphor hiding anything that she's talking about. It's very straightforward. Anyway, okay. So I guess I'll go listen to 100 Gex or whatever, and we're going to take an intermission with Cavetown, This Is Home, with a water damage cover of Cavetown, This Is Home. Okay, thank you. Often I am upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it. Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of here. Cut my hair, make you stare, hide my chest, and when I'm ready I will figure out how to get us out of here. Burn off your porcelain face, I can hardly think right now in this place. There's so many colors, it's enough to drive us all insane. Are you dead? I feel dead. Those symbols wrap around in my head, but I'm not ready to sleep just yet. Take a look at this monster. He doesn't know how to communicate. His mind is in a different place. Everybody back up in the middle space. Get a load of this train wreck. His hair's a mess, he doesn't know who he is. Little do we know the stars welcome in with open arms. Time lines his face. Strangely enough, he feels at home in this place. Yo, I don't know what just happened because I'm recording this part before I've decided what I'm putting in for the intermission, because I have not listened to 100 Gex. I don't really care. I'm sorry. Like, whatever. That article is just fucking, like, mansplaining to someone who doesn't listen to music that isn't on the radio. So, why waste my fucking time? Go check out Penelope Scott. I really like the song Cigarette Ahigao. It whole bunch of that album is a ton of fun. And then instead of listening to 100 Gex tonight, I listened to Samus, hip-hop artist out of Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Fuck, I'm sorry. It was just a Pandora playlist based off of Samus. And I have already thoroughly enjoyed Samus, but the playlist was most excellent. It was very, very enjoyable. And it ended just now with Lake Kele 47 Money, which was a fitting conclusion to my evening. Lake Kele 47 is one of my kiddos, I don't know if still is, was one of my kiddos' like favorite hip-hop acts for a while, especially the music video to Money. And I love that fucking album. I'm not as into Lake Kele 47's newer work, although the newest track that dropped, the music video was so grungy that I really enjoyed it. But that's also fine. Like, I can't imagine what kind of pressure there would be to keep making tracks that are close to your heart, you know what I mean? Fuck. I mean, yeah, I would definitely come up with a whole bunch of slightly less interesting stuff for my third album. I think... Never mind. Okay, we're here now. I was gonna say, well, I think most of my stuff, as much as I try to be heartfelt with my original tracks, it's all just really silly, especially when I was in the band Lobster Jaw, because it was just like, I'm not emotionally functional enough to tap into anything intentionally. If anything comes out lyrically, it's on accident. It was on accident. Now it's more intentional, which is good. Thank you, therapy. And Lake Kele's album, I think it's called Wash and Set. Front to back, fucking great album. Go check it out. Even Lake Kele's self-titled, I think it's her first album, is fucking solid. Drums Too Clean, killer track. Living with the devil is the deal I made. I'm living with the devil is the deal I made. I told him he could stay here until he got paid. I told him he could stay here until he got paid. I can't remember the name of that track, but it's fun. That one's got a part 1 and 2. And Fuck the Summer Up. Great fucking music video for that one. And I think that what originally drew me to Lake Kele 47, besides how good her music was the fact that she has still, and you can comb the fuck, I have combed the internet, you can comb the internet, and everybody comb the internet, get your combs. And Lake Kele 47, who performs with a mask and interviews with a mask, still anonymous. I can't find anywhere who they are. And I fucking love that. That's great. Banksy, eat your fucking heart out. Like Kele 47 is on stage in front of thousands of people all the time and is still successful and anonymous. Fucking awesome. On the other side of things, I'm taking a break from I'm finishing up a Delamarian, what's it called? Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm doing a free pal pickup. My partner's a part of free pal groups on the internet, and I'm doing a pickup right now, and I got turned around, and I got distracted. Oh, okay, it's a left turn. And both because the projects are getting so much bigger with, I don't know if you know this, I run a Minecraft multiplayer server called Delamar. And on the YouTube, I do Tales from Delamar. By the YouTube, I mean Sani Garbo, because this is the Sani to my Garbo, which had a micro series on the YouTube, but now I'm doing it as a podcast. Anyway, I'm taking a break from doing goddamn road closures. Taking a break from doing Tales from Delamar, one, because everyone else is kind of taking a break, which is fine. It's the summer. Everybody's got to go do their things. And my projects for Delamar are getting so much bigger that I don't need to be updating as often. And I'm going to start doing a solo player Nuzlocke challenge, which comes from Pokemon Nuzlocke. It's essentially a set of self-imposed rules to make a game both more difficult and become more emotionally attached. So for Pokemon, a Nuzlocke challenge is you can only catch one Pokemon per route. You have to nickname the Pokemon to become more emotionally attached to them, and you have to if a Pokemon faints, instead of being able to revive it, you have to pretend it's dead and release it back into the wild. I'm gonna go do this pickup. I'll be right back. Oh, there's sprinklers. I have to run through their fucking sprinkler. God damn it. Okay, hi, I'm back. I got a little dusted, but I'm fine. Doing a pickup for, some gorgeous earrings from Simply Stranded Design, handcrafted with love. Alright, let's go home. The car just got hit. Nuzlocke. So, it forces you to make new decisions. It does make the game more difficult. It makes it a lot more linear because you're not going to run around trying to catch them all, because you were not allowed to oppose as according to your rules. And it creates a different emotional narrative, which is the specific part that I found most interesting. So my idea and there's a ton of different variations, like Minecraft the 100-day challenge, or Minecraft the hardcore challenges. And so my idea for the Minecraft Nuzlocke challenge is a handful of softcore Minecraft. You have to put it on peaceful mode. You cannot attack or kill any mobs. You cannot zombify and cure villagers. You can only have your hotbar, so you get no inventory, which is going to make things very stressful. And if you die, you delete your world. So I think it's going to be interesting. Everyone I've talked to about the challenge has been excited about it. I won't be able to go to the end dimension. I don't think, unless I can find a fucking end portal that is already filled out, which I know is possible. Anyway, I probably won't be able to go to the end dimension. You know what? Never mind. I'll find a stronghold with the whole portal fucking filled out. But not being able to kill or attack mobs means that I can't get blaze rods, which means I can't get blaze powder, which means I can't craft potions, which means I can't make eyes of ender, which means I can't have an ender chest, which means I can't find a stronghold, which means I can't go to the end dimension. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I will probably also I think it's going to be similar to the Hello Hardcore series. But I don't know. I'm also, a few months better. Delamar has taught me a lot. I'm going to go now because now I'm going to go now. Okay. I'm going to go now. Okay, thank you for joining me on this episode of the Sani to my Garbo. My cat is in the road, and thank you for moving, Darnell. Oh, and he killed a mouse. Okay. And I will see you next time. I'm Basil, and I'm leaving. Okay.